All right, my people, let's sit and talk for a while here. Human beings, since human beings could get together and talk, they've been making shit up. Beowulf, Odysseus, Ulysses, Apollo, Odin, Thor, Loki, Zeus, Hermes, Mercury, Athena, Venus, Venus, if you will, please send a little girl for me to thrill. A girl who wants my kisses and my arms. I'm not making fun of Frankie Avalon. I actually like this. Venus, goddess of love that you are, surely the things I ask can't be too great a task. Venus, make her fair, a lovely girl with sunlight in her hair, and take the brightest stars up in the skies and place them in her eyes for me. Right? Venus, if you do, I promise that I'll always love you true. I'll give her all the love I have to give, as long as we both shall live. Do 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 do. Oh Venus, make my wish come true. Now we know, maybe in ancient Rome, right? Everybody say to Frankie Avalon, "Oh wow, yeah, maybe Venus will do that for you," right? In the 1950s and today, we should know he ain't them dogs' real voices. It's Don Amici and Michael J. Fox, right? It's cartoon. That's Kevin Hart and Chris Pratt, right? Ain't really a dog and cat talking and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, just because I say I'm an aspiring entrepreneur and philanthropist doesn't mean I'm a fucking unicorn. Zeus, help us! Watch Hercules from the clouds and make sure he lives and defeats Hades, right? Just because people make shit up doesn't mean it's real. And just because they make up a fucking word, okay, hey, that piece of paper with a dead person's face on it is more valuable than a child's life. Really? Lock down the borders and threaten to blow everybody up with nuclear weapons if we can't sell you drugs till you die. Venus, make her fair, a lovely girl with sunlight in her hair. And take the brightest stars up in the skies and place them in her eyes for me. Do 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 do. Right? Okay? Are you cognizant of what you're talking about every time you guys go on TV? I'm a philanthropist. I would like to be president or vice president. I would like to sell you a book for money. Hi, I'm Pegasus. A horn's about to sprout through the center of my head. It's called evolution. Okay? Do you understand? Okay. Just because human beings make shit up doesn't make it real, guys. And then there was this guy, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's got an ego problem, right? He said, man, the problem with government is we have a whole bunch of lawyers, people that use linguistics to fuck people with money in charge. Now, if scientists were in charge, If scientists were in charge, we would all run down to the Trinity site, drop a bomb, and threaten to kill everybody if we don't get the money that the lawyers say here's the law. If scientists were in charge, we would put up satellites and cell phone towers and have our phones have access to talk our daughters into masturbating with other guys so we could all jack off to it and make lots of money selling the pictures to other people to jack off to it, because she won't have sex with you unless you're a hot football or basketball star or have more money than Davy fucking Crockett's ancestors, right? Or descendants. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm stupid, right? So if scientists were in charge of government, we'd have a better world. We'd have Discovery. We're in vogue. Jardiance is really swell. It's the little pill with a big story to tell. Thank you, science! Science also gave us the automobile. Heart disease from the automobile. Carbon emission poisoning. Childhood cancer from carbon emission poisoning. Okay? Scientists will solve all our problems that religion has caused. Forgive debt and trespass, love one another, eternal faithful peace. It's not time to do that yet, according to scientists and lawyers and politicians and people on TV saying, Venus make her fair, a lovely girl with sunlight in her hair, and take the brightest stars up in the skies and place them in her eyes for me. Right? Why can't Bill Nye the Science Guy save us from Jimmy Swaggart and Jim Baker? Don't forget Jimmy and Tammy Faye Baker, right? Why can't Bill Guy the Science Guy save us? Why can't Sheldon teach all these mooks, okay, in East Texas about evolution? There's a horn about to come through my head, and then I'm going to fly around the world in 80 days, and then I'm going to make myself into a flying horse, and then I'm going to declare myself the greatest philanthropist in entrepreneurship. Because money's real, social convention, right? It dictates that we learn how to dance at a cotillion, right? Venus make her fair, a lovely girl with sunlight in her hair. Am I easy to ascertain or understand? Could people that were raised in a trailer park and beat the shit out of till they were taught to accept money is real, join the Marines, and then say, hey, I'd rather watch a movie about a singing, talking pig? Meet a girl from India. Marry her. She's from San Diego. I went to Ohio State University. I was like, what's the deal here with the propaganda on this thing? So I went and watched it. I knew she was Indian. I just didn't, I was like, okay, she looks like she could be indigenous, okay? With our parents not having to come to the United States from India, right? And I always joke with people about that anyway. You go, because you get people, they're Indian, it's like, they ain't Indian. No, they didn't celebrate Diwali. They don't speak Punjab. And Christopher Columbus was an idiot. Okay, they're not Indian. Okay, no one, okay, indigenous to the United States of America called themselves Indians until the white people came up and started calling them Indians, right? We had the Pequot, the Delaware, the Mandan, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Oglala, Hunkpapa, Minneconjou, Brule, Lakota, the Hickory, the Chiricahua, the Mescalero, right? And sometimes over time, the names probably change, right? Because Mescalero, was that a word that was that Mexican? So the Warm Spring Apache, the White Mountain Apache? I don't think they called it the White Mountain Apache or the Warm Spring Apache until, después Europeanos, what do I say? Oh, you in America, you speak English. No, it's a pizza pie. It's Italiano. Okay. Oh, sole, you are my sunshine. Oh, sole mio. Okay, you guys get it? Venus make her fair. I love it. Do you guys understand how stupid you are? Jeffrey Hinton's technology is getting way more intelligent than you, according to Jeffrey Hinton. But Jeffrey Hinton says technology is going to become more intelligent than human beings. Really? Okay. You mean like the carbon-based life forms in space that the people at NASA on Maine 10 years back told me I should be afraid of? And I was like, are the space carbon-based life form people going to sexually assault my family with technology and then try to pretend it didn't happen, and then have somebody impulsed to walk into a smoke shop and murder the only woman that would stand up for me to other people? Why would I be scared if they're only capable of doing the same shitty things to me that your coworkers at NASA do? So why should I be afraid? If in Las Cruces I stand up for us to all live the Lord's Prayer, and I don't drink alcohol or do drugs, but I go to the hospital and say, don't give this guy alcohol or drugs, he has traces of damage from alcohol and drugs in his system. Wow, that was surprising. Not really, no. I was told by people here in town that they can get it through your skin, get heroin through your skin, and put ethyl alcohol in certain foods, and it could affect you because it's really strong, stuff like that. So they can put it. So there's lots of ways to get ethyl alcohol and heroin into your body without you even being cognizant that, wow, no wonder all my videos back in the 2010s were like a little different than they are now, right? And it should still be embarrassing as hell to most scientists and lawyers on TV. It's like, that guy had narcotics and alcohol in his system and he still made you look like you were butt plug fucking retarded. That's because they are. Oh, it wasn't hard, right? Venus make her fair, a lovely girl with sunlight in her hair. and take the brightest stars up in the skies and place them in a betcha by golly wow, write your name across the sky. Anything you ask, I'll try. Okay? There's a spark of magic in your eyes. It's just a way of expressing ourselves. Probably trying to find ways for affection, intimacy, romance, and sexual procreation if it's tangible. If the toxins in the environment hasn't rendered either one of us not being able to sexually reproduce because of aggressive, abusive, scientific, legislative, invasive, and aggressive behaviors from psychopaths that are stupid. They labeled themselves. I'm just saying, hey, this most likely, that word most likely applies to them, right? Okay, guys, I love you. Okay, unicorns. Okay, Zeus. Okay, Apollo. Okay, Thor, Odin, Loki, Athena, Venus. All right. Have a nice night, all right? Let's get those brains working a little better, all right? We'll see what we can do, huh?